Yes, this is John G. Sutton, Tales from the Jails. Today I want to talk a little bit about the filming of the documentary in 1979 by the BBC, Strangeways documentary, which you will have seen. If you're interested in this subject, just look on YouTube, type in BBC documentary Strangeways 1979, and you will definitely see it there. When they started filming that documentary, I'd already been active for some time, attempting to form a breakaway trade union to represent the non-supervisory grades of the prison service because the Prison Officers Association was in actual fact just a tool of management. In fact, the POA and the management were effectively one and the same thing. Now, anybody who's worked in a large factory or large organisation knows that you can't have the management running your trade union, because what does it mean, folks? It means you've not got a trade union. That's basically what they had at Strangeways. So I thought, listen, I had a number of run-ins with the people who ran the damn thing. You know, I was trying to study at Manchester University, and the government, believe it or not, were paying for my course. They paid. But I couldn't get time off to study. I couldn't get time off to attend the course. I had to swap my shifts around. So effectively, I was doing 60 hours a week and trying to study at the same time. I mean, I know that university students these days do have a part-time job, usually working in a bar or something like that, but not 60 hours a week bouncing around the Strangeways landings. Come on. Eh? Anyway, it eventually transpired that when it came time for the exams, I didn't pass. I wonder why. Anyway, when they were filming the Strangeways documentary, I'd already got into the swing of this trade union thing, trying to start a trade union called the Prison Force Federation, and they included that in the filming. And they actually filmed one of the meetings in Manchester, which you will see me standing up and saying that what in effect the government is doing, they're using prison officers, ordinary working men, as mugs, locking people up, ordinary people, into cells that were designed in the Victorian era for one man, and the government are locking 3 men in there in the 1970s, 12-foot by 8-foot cell, no sanitation, crapping in a plastic bucket, and that was it. Yeah, you can't do that. Those conditions for the inmates were the same conditions that I was working in, and no trade union. I said this at the time. You can look on YouTube, go and look at the story. I said no trade union would allow their workers to work in conditions like that. I didn't win. What happened was the Prison Officers Association and the management put out a story that I was being paid by Colonel Gaddafi of Libya, and that I was an agent of chaos who was going to bring disruption to the British prison system, and that I was in effect an active member of the Communist Party. You know, I mean, how crazy is this? I mean, all I wanted to do was get properly paid to do a day's work, instead of being messed around and working in filth and degrading slums and filth and squalor like we were at Strangeways. And the government liked it like that. The POA liked it like that. God knows why. I mean, well, somebody must have been wrong. You'll see, have a look at this, watch this video. You'll see on the series on there, number 3, it's called Screws. I'm on it, yeah? Also on it is a big fat bastard with a hat at the back of his head, and he's saying something like, how can we possibly reform people who have been coming in and out of prison all their lives? We've got the big fat ignorant bastard, eh? I mean, I won't tell you his name, but his name's Fat Fred. That should do it, yeah? You see him, the scene in the canteen, where in the canteen we're having a cup of coffee, cup of tea, yeah? Whatever it was. And he sat there saying, all the POA, they've been representing me better than ever. The fat bastards, eh? They've not been representing anybody. They've been representing the governor. That's what they lot were about. Arsehole creeping right up the backside of Norman Brown. You think I'm joking? I'm telling you. He had them right where he wanted, under the thumb. They were in his pocket, yeah? And they were all going at dinner times out in the club, necking it back with the governor, getting pissed, coming back in, attacking the inmates. Seriously. Also, you'll see on that Strangeways documentary, there's a scene down D1, and they're all sat round there congratulating themselves on doing what a wonderful job it was. People complaining about this place? Yeah, well, they're all volunteers. Every one of these people in here is a volunteer, yeah? Basically, what the staff were doing were winding them up on the landings, beating them up and slinging them down D1. And when they got down D1, there waiting for them was the school bully, Piggy, and the Chinese money box. Now, people have asked me what the Chinese money box was. It was a bloke. He was quite a strong man, you know, long arms. And I think it was because when he got hold of them, he twisted them into shapes like a Chinese money box. Seriously. You get down there. I never saw anybody win. I saw Dominic Noonan on one documentary, and he was saying Dominic Noonan, plastic gangster from Manchester, thought he was one of the Cray twins. He wasn't. Yeah, down there, he was in there on D1 saying Strangeways couldn't handle me. When he was down D1, stark bollock naked, banged up in a cell with nothing but a plastic pot to piss in, he wasn't saying it then, and he certainly didn't tell the school bully that, did he? Eh? Tell you a little thing about the school bully. He used to go into the cells with them first day down the block, open the door, shoot the bolt, say you've got 10 seconds, hit this, because after 10 seconds is gone, I'm going to give you the best hiding that you've ever had in your whole miserable life. Stand by. And he used to count them down. If they didn't hit him, he used to belt them round the... Mind you, let me tell you this about the school bully. He was big, he was strong, but he didn't do it on his own. Outside the cell door was 2 or 3 others, just in case it went wrong. Yeah, I never did see it go wrong. Yeah, I didn't see it go wrong, be honest. I didn't. Well, it went wrong for the poor bastards who were on the wrong end of it. Anyway, so that's it about the bit. And the BBC, when they were filming it, they were saying to me things like, you must be very brave, you know, we've seen what they're doing, you know, they're going to get you. And eventually they did get me. I'll tell you about that. I mean, the governor prosecuted me for, I think it was something to do with the Official Secrets Act or bringing the service into disrepute and all this nonsense. They lost in the end because I was the elected General Secretary of the Prison Force Federation, which was a registered trade union with a certificate of independence. We weren't reliant upon the government or the prisons or the Home Office. We were an independent trade union. We had a bank account. We had independent offices, and we were operating outside of the system. And that is why they had to stop us. And that's why they stopped it. Eventually they stopped me. I ended up being assaulted numerous times whilst I was on duty by staff. I mean, they're ineffectual bastards, really. I mean, trying to strangle me, hit me, throttle me, put me in hospital once or twice. But hey, it didn't work. Eventually, it did. I'll tell you a little bit about that. But first of all, by special request. Now, we've got people on here, somebody called Muggins, I think his name is, who wants me to sing this. It's another Elvis Presley song. And when they said, if you're going to sing Elvis Presley, you've got to sing the song that's most appropriate for it. And that is, of course, Jailhouse Rock. So you've asked it. I'm going to give Jailhouse Rock the D1 treatment. I'm going to kick it about a bit. So I hope you're ready. The warden threw a party in the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard the knocked out jailbirds sing. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block, dancing to the Jailhouse Rock. Spider Murphy on the saxophone, and little Joey blowing on the side trombone. The drummer playing from the crash boom bang. The whole rhythm section was the Purple Gang. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block would dance to the Jailhouse Rock. Paul Sykes said to number 3, "You're the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure bring you lighty with your company. Come on, suck the Jailhouse Rock with me. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block chasing after Paul Sykes' cock." There you go. I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed that, folks. That was Jailhouse Rock, and this is Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. I hope you subscribe, and thank you very much. See you soon.